Imagine disappearing for days, months, or even years, only to suddenly reappear with no memory of what happened. No explanations, no clues. Just a blank space in the human mind. Today, we explore 10 true cases where people vanished mysteriously and returned alive, but with their memories completely wiped out. Some were found in strange locations. Some were discovered thousands of miles away. And some claimed they had no idea who they even were. This is the unsettling world of missing people who returned with no memory. Let's begin.
In the forest. To this day, Nicholas has zero memory of those missing days. The woman found 1,300 miles from home. A woman named Hannah Up, a school teacher, vanished from New York City in 2008. Her clothes, wallet, and phone were found near the Hudson River. Everyone assumed she had drowned. But 3 weeks later, she was found, alive, in a different state, standing next to a highway in Maryland, 1,300 miles away. Hannah didn't know her name. She didn't know how she traveled. She didn't even know she was missing. Doctors said she experienced fugue state, a condition where a person loses their identity and travels long distances without realizing it. This wasn't the last time she disappeared. She went missing again years later and was never found. The man who woke up with a new identity. In 2015, a man was found unconscious behind a Burger King in Georgia. He had no ID, no phone, and no memory. When he woke up, he said, "I don't know my name. I don't know who I am." Police searched everywhere. Fingerprints, missing person lists, nothing. He was a ghost. For 11 years, he lived under the name Benjamin Kyle because he had no past. Finally, a DNA genealogist discovered his real identity, William Burgess Powell, a man who disappeared from Indiana in 1983. Kyle still has no memory of his disappearance or his previous life. The teen found 600 miles away wearing different clothes. A 17-year-old boy named Zach disappeared after leaving his home in Colorado. His car was found abandoned on a highway. 3 days later, he was discovered confused and dehydrated in New Mexico, 600 miles away. He had no wallet, no shoes, and he was wearing clothes that didn't belong to him. When questioned, Zach said, "I remember leaving my house, then I woke up here." Doctors confirmed total memory loss of the missing 72 hours. How he traveled so far, or who gave him the new clothes, remains a complete mystery. The college student who forgot her own parents. In 2011, a 22-year-old college student named Lauren went missing after leaving a party. Her phone last pinged near a lake. 2 weeks later, she was found wandering near a highway. She didn't recognize her parents at all. When shown pictures of her childhood, she broke down crying, saying, "I don't remember any of this." Doctors diagnosed her with retrograde amnesia, but her missing days could never be explained, and she still cannot recall her past. The husband who disappeared for 5 months. A man named Larry left home for a short drive in Texas and never returned. His family believed he had been kidnapped. 5 months later, police found him living under a new name in a homeless shelter, hundreds of miles away. He had no memory of his wife, his children, or his job. When reunited with his family, Larry said, "I feel like I'm meeting strangers." His doctors believed he had extreme stress-triggered amnesia, but nobody knows what happened during the 5 missing months. The woman who reappeared with a different language. A woman named Amber from California disappeared during a morning walk. Search teams found her phone on a sidewalk, but no other clues. 9 days later, she was found in a motel room, alive but confused. The strangest part? She was speaking fluent Spanish, a language she didn't know before. When asked where she had been, she said, "I don't remember anything after leaving my house." Doctors suggested psychological trauma, but the sudden language change remains unexplained. The boy who went missing for 4 years. A teenage boy from Vermont disappeared in 2002. Police believed he ran away, or worse. But 4 years later, he was spotted walking alone near a gas station. Police brought him in and he said, I think my name is Mark. I'm not sure. He had no memory of the past 4 years, no idea where he lived, who he met, or how he survived. To this day, his missing years remain a black hole in his mind. The man who showed up at a hospital with no identity. In 2010, a barefoot man walked into a hospital in Seattle. He said he woke up in a park with no memory. He didn't know his name. He didn't know where he lived. He only knew 2 words: help me. He was given a temporary name: John Doe 48. After months of searching, investigators finally found his real family. But even after they reunited, he remains one of the few people who permanently lost his identity with no medical explanation. The woman who returned. After 12 years. This is one of the most mysterious cases ever recorded. A woman named Jennifer disappeared from her home in Georgia in 1993. Her car was found abandoned on a dirt road. Despite massive search operations, she was presumed dead. But 12 years later, in 2005, she walked into a police station, alive, healthy, and carrying no ID. She said, "I don't know who I am, but I think I'm supposed to be here." Fingerprint checks confirmed she was the missing woman. What happened in those 12 years? Where did she live? Who took care of her? She has no memory of anything. To this day, her disappearance is an unsolved mystery. These cases prove how fragile and mysterious the human mind truly is. People vanished, reappeared, and returned as strangers to their own lives. Which case shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you want more mysterious missing person stories, strange disappearances, and unexplained events, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon because more mysteries are waiting. Thanks for watching.